Lomax told whoever he's talking to not to kill us if he's around, right?
Yeah, but Lomax is dead. He's not around anybody anymore.
I know that. You know that. Nobody else knows that. Huh? Oh!
Weekend at Bernie's is a 1989 comedy film directed by Ted Kochev and written by Robert Klein that was a modest box office success but eventually became a cult classic. Larry Wilson, played by Andrew McCarthy, and Richard Parker, played by Jonathan Silverman, are two low-level employees working for an insurance corporation in New York City. Richard finds himself attracted to a beautiful summer intern named Gwen Saunders, played by Mary Catherine Stewart.
Stop staring at her.
You haven't shut up about it for 2 months. Ask her out already, will you?
No. I don't know what to say.
She's a summer intern. She'll be gone in a week.
No, I can't. I have no idea what to say.
Say hi, I want to go out with you.
After a great date night, he takes her back to his apartment, where unbeknownst to Gwen, he lives with his parents. After discovering his deception, Gwen bitterly leaves. While going over reports, Richard discovers a series of duplicate cashed-in life insurance policies. He and Larry take their findings to the CEO of their company, Bernie Lomax, played by actor Terry Kiser.
You sure these figures are accurate?
Yes.
Positive.
Yes, sir, Mr. Lomax.
Mr. Lomax.
Bernie. Call me Bernie. I mean, my father is Mr. Lomax, right? Huh?
Lomax commends the two for discovering the insurance fraud and invites them to his beach house in the Hamptons for the upcoming Labor Day weekend.
He loves us. The man absolutely loves us.
You have to kill them, Vito.
Unbeknownst to Larry and Richard, Bernie is actually behind the fraud, and during a meeting with his mob partner Vito, played by Louis Giambalvo, he asked that Larry and Richard be killed.
Let's make it a murder-suicide job, all right?
After initially agreeing, Vito changes his mind and tells his hitman Paulie, played by Don Calfa, to kill Lomax instead for being careless, greedy, and for sleeping with Vito's girlfriend Tina, played by Catherine Parks. Bernie arrives on the island and types a note that appears to make it look like a murder-suicide. He discusses the plans over the phone with Paulie, unaware that his answering machine picked up and began recording the conversation.
Don't kill them while I'm around.
Bernie, we're on the phone here.
You're right. Okay, I'm sorry. Look, the point is, I just want to be back in New York with an alibi, okay?
Paulie arrives and meets with Bernie, promptly killing him with a lethal heroin injection.
Whoa.
Quite a ride, huh, Bern?
After planting more drugs to make it appear like a self-inflicted overdose, Paulie leaves the island. In the meantime, Larry and Richard arrive, amazed at the size of the house, the ocean view, and the gorgeous women.
Bernie! Hi, Bernie around?
Hello. No, haven't seen him, but we just got here. We're going to be here all weekend. We're house guests.
Well, tell him Tawny borrowed his boat to go skiing.
Hi, Tawny. I'm horny.
You wouldn't happen to know where Bernie is, would you?
Oh, he's probably making the rounds. Everybody parties from house to house, but they always end up here sooner or later. Bye!
And you didn't want to...
Then they find Bernie.
Shh, he's sleeping.
Soon, they realize that Bernie is dead.
What?
Look what I found in his pocket.
Wow. Jesus. I never knew he was into the drug scene. I watch 2020. I know the statistics. I read. What?
Larry Lomax is dead.
Why did these things always happen to me? What kind of a host invites you to his house for the weekend and dies on you?
Look, we have to call the police, huh? I mean...
And how am I going to get back to the city? He promised me a ride.
As floating parties of drunk beachgoers arrive, nobody seems to notice that Bernie is dead, and Larry proposes the idea that he and Richard maintain the illusion that Bernie is alive to enjoy the beach house for the weekend.
I don't believe I'm hearing this.
No, Richard, I love that man. He loved me. I know he loved you. He'd want this.
Yes, operator, can you give me the police, please? Thank you. Incidentally, you're a disgusting human being.
Richard finds this absurd, but changes his mind when he sees Gwen.
I've had a crush on you since the first day I saw you at work. Oh, I'm crazy about you. This is so right. Oh my God, this can't be happening to me.
It's happening to both of us. You're right. It's so right.
No.
As the guests leave the house looking for a different party, a drunken and angry Tina arrives and demands to see Bernie.
Who the hell are you? Where's Bernie?
We're Bernie's house guests. Who are you?
I'm his woman. And I'll kill him if he's cheating on me. Now, where the hell is he? And don't try to cover up for him either.
In her drunken state, she too fails to notice that Bernie is dead, and she goes upstairs and has sex with his corpse. At that very moment, another man from Vito's gang witnesses the two of them having sex. Fooled into thinking that the hit on Bernie failed, Vito orders Paulie back to the island to finish the job.
Hey, Bernie! Larry! Great party last night, Bernie. Your best ever.
Ladies, hello. How are you today?
Great. Fine. Are we doing it again today?
Oh, absolutely. You know we are.
Great. We'll see you later, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, ladies. We'll see you later.
How did he get down here?
He walked. Good morning.
Oh, God, you are just a sick man, Larry.
The following morning, Richard goes to call the police, and he inadvertently hears the phone message recording detailing Bernie's plot against them.
Kill us. Why?
I don't know. Unless he's the one who's been stealing from the company.
Son of a bitch, he's gonna kill me. I like the guy.
Okay, he said something about a note, right?
They find the note which states that Larry and Richard were lovers and that they stole thousands of dollars from the company to pay for Larry's sex change operation.
I mean, it's not bad enough he's trying to kill me. Now he's turning me into a drag queen. Why couldn't he say you were going to have a sex change operation?
Larry, it doesn't matter.
No, it does matter, Richard. It does matter. I have a reputation to protect here.
For Christ's sakes, Larry! No one is going to have a sex change operation.
Unaware of the circumstances of Bernie's death, they mistakenly believe that they are still the targets of a mob hit and decide to use Bernie's corpse as a prop for protection as they try numerous attempts to get off the island.
Okay. All right. Push something.
I am, Richard.
Nothing's happening.
I know,
Push
I know
something else.
Something's happening.
I hear something.
Something's definitely happening here, huh? Ah! God! Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
Are you trying to give me a heart attack?
Now, this movie was filmed from August through October of 1988. Although most of the film takes place in the Hamptons of Long Island, New York, the beach scenes were actually filmed in Bald Head Island, North Carolina. Other North Carolina filming locations included Fort Fisher and Wrightsville Beach. This movie was originally considered as a possible film for Corey Haim and Corey Feldman early in the production, before it was decided to make the lead actors older. Actor John Cryer was originally cast in the movie as Larry Wilson, but was replaced by Andrew McCarthy. Andrew McCarthy was asked to read the script to think about playing the part of Richard. When he read it, he loved the part of Larry, and he got that part instead. Written by Robert Klain, Weekend at Bernie's was directed by Ted Kotcheff, best known for directing the iconic 1982 movie First Blood. And there is a brief reference to First Blood in this movie.
You can come out now, Rambo.
You sure, Rich?
The director makes a cameo as Richard's father. In Andrew McCarthy's novel Brat, McCarthy reveals that he actually directed a single scene in the whole movie, and it was the scene of Richard's father in his underwear ruining the date with Gwen.
Sorry, didn't realize you had company. Good evening, young lady.
That's all right, Monroe. Yes, just, will you please just go lay out my navy blue suit for the morning, please?
How about if I lay you out?
Very well.
The film's original title was Heat Wave, but had to be changed when Motown wouldn't allow for the rights to the song. The film was then going to be titled Hot and Cold, based off of the song Hot and Cold by Jermaine Stewart, which plays frequently throughout the movie and was released as a single. In the year 2023, Andrew McCarthy was interviewed on a podcast, and he gave praise to the film and stated that it was one of his favorite movie experiences.
Great affection for Weekend at Bernie's. I think somehow Weekend at Bernie's holds up.
I love Jonathan Silverman.
Yeah, he's great. Johnny's a great guy. I can shamelessly tell you that I was in a hotel about a month ago, and I flipped on the TV, and I went into the bathroom as I turned, and I started hearing this voice. I'm like, what is that? And I went back in, and it was me in Weekend at Bernie's, and I watched like it was the boat scene of chasing Dan. So I watched like the last 20 minutes of the movie. And
Did you smile?
Dude, I not only was smiling, I was sitting there reciting the lines back to the TV alone in my hotel room, and I can't remember ever watching a movie of mine like that, ever. And it was so, and I thought it was absolutely hysterical.
Upon its release into theaters on July 5th, 1989, Weekend at Bernie's grossed a worldwide total of $30.2 million, double the amount of its budget. It would find huge success on the VHS home video market as well as frequent television airings. This would cause Weekend at Bernie's to become a cult classic by the 1990s.
I'm John Silverman. That's Andrew McCarthy.
Hi, this is my good friend, Bernie.
Hello. Picture here, Bern.
You're on TV, buddy.
You know, we first met Bern here in the Hamptons while we were making the legendary cult classic Weekend at Bernie's.
Oh, what?
Sure. You were there, weren't you, Bern?
Bernie's a little publicity shy. You know, all the attention the media's giving him. He's decided to retire.
It's always been the life of the party, though, whether he was dead or alive. In any event, we now give you Weekend at Bernie's.
We now give
Well, that's what it said. We give you. You know, I don't write this stuff. Don't kill the messenger. I got to get a drink. You want something?
No, thanks. Bernie? We're fine, buddy. Thanks. Enjoy the movie.
I first saw this film at a very young age, probably 4 or 5 years old. And when I think of some of the first films I ever remember watching, Weekend at Bernie's comes to mind. Ever since I was a little kid, I've absolutely loved this movie. It's funny, it's quotable, and despite being a silly summertime movie, no matter how many times I see it, it never gets old. In fact, I would probably rank Weekend at Bernie's in my top 10 all-time personal favorite films. If not the top 10, certainly the top 15. It's just a fun flick, and it reminds me of the ocean, it reminds me of summer, it reminds me of watching it when I was a very young kid.
Oh, hi, Bernie! See you at the party tonight!
What did she say?
I highly recommend Weekend at Bernie's.